Welcome back to Fourth and Troll Fantasy.
We're going to jump into the waiver wire and having a blast. Listen, this is going to be guys we're talking about that need to be added to lineups this week. If you got an injury, if you were counting on Adam Thielen being involved for your fantasy team for the next few weeks and now you lost him, these are guys that are worth maybe picking up to think about. I don't know. Wes, go for
Nice
it.
sell.
I'm just
Great
so
job.
sad. I'm just so sad after talking about that.
I know. We just talked with Mark Andrews about how this being like the worst thing ever. All right. So I got three simple names to kind of drop here. First and foremost, of course, go check for Jauan Jennings. Just double check. Hearing about 70% rostered around redraft leagues. Just double check because that guy's for real. This is the real deal. Debo is hurt. Christian McCaffrey's hurt. Ayuk did nothing. Kittle was hurt. This is the guy. And then what we saw in the Super Bowl, this is the person that Brock Purdy's going to lean on. This was no fluke. He's the guy. Now, a lot of people also were trying to get this guy last week, found out he wasn't elevated from the practice squad, and then they all began dropping him. So I'm going to throw out again the reminder to go keep a tab on Kareem Hunt. Carson Steele might be the number one guy, might be a split backfield. Kareem Hunt could just show up like it's 2018, and he and Mahomes are doing incredible, and it's a wonderful reunion. You don't know, but no harm, no foul. You drop him if he's not the guy, if he's not going to get any opportunities, maybe keep him one more week, but that's the idea. Now, as we mentioned in our news segment, if you actually listen to the news portion of our show, we talked about how Najee Harris is in a sling. His right arm is in a sling, and Jaylen Warren has an MRI on his knee. They're both maybe going to miss next week. So go look at Cordarrelle Patterson. Played with Arthur Smith in Atlanta, has seen way too many carries for a third-string running back. And it's not even that much, but still, he's already part of the offense somehow. They're 3-0. They're doing something right. Cordarrelle Patterson is my very, very sneaky waiver wire ad for week 3.
I like it. Two guys I'm going to talk about here. Sam Darnold needs to be talked about, needs to be discussed. Over 18 fantasy points each week so far this season. And he's yet to really have Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson, two big weapons for this offense, to be involved. He had Jordan Addison for like 2 quarters in week 1, and that was it. And Hawkinson will return and be another weapon for him. The running backs look great. Jettas looks awesome. I will see how long term goes for the whole season. We were more out on Jefferson because it was going to be McCarthy, but Jefferson looks awesome. Like I'm looking at it going, maybe he should have gone higher in ADP. I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyways, honestly, truthfully, I would play Sam Darnold over Patrick Mahomes in fantasy until I see otherwise. Mahomes is not the dude that like he was for the first 2 years of his career for fantasy football, and maybe that'll shift. I thought they were going to be passing the ball a lot more, and 17 carries to Carson Steele wasn't really the vibe. Yeah, I would play Darnold over Mahomes going forward pretty easily until I see something that shows me I shouldn't. I know it sounds crazy. Don't drop Mahomes, but just pick up Darnold. Make sure he's a waiver ad for you. And then Bucky Irving, we mentioned him already. His counterpart, Rachaad White, a couple of times. This is more of a long-term play. I think his role is expanding. We've seen it. Todd Bowles has said it. He deserves more snaps. Dude, just looking at the eye test, he's a better runner than Rachaad White. And and we kind of always knew the efficiency for Rachaad White wasn't his forte. It wasn't the run game wasn't his thing. It was always PPR. It was always the receiving game. And I do believe he'll continue to hold that role, Rachaad White will. But Bucky Irving leads this team in rush attempts through 3 weeks. Has more rush attempts than Rachaad White does. 3 games into his career. He's a rookie in a fairly underwhelming rookie running back class who is coming out here and being efficient and showing he can help them pick up key first downs and stuff like that. And so this is a long-term play for sure. He may not be out there for you, but if he is, he's definitely worth a roster ad, especially if you're like a McCaffrey owner and you're just looking for someone down the stretch who maybe may do a little bit of weekly flex upside for you. So there's the waiver wire for week 3, and I endorse Wes's Cordarrelle Patterson pick as well.
Thank you.
He's Arthur Smith loves that dude, so
He sure does. A little too much.
he's on his Christmas card. Yeah.